If you're feeling stuck or in a rut and you've tried all the things and you don't really know what to do next, this is the video for you. Hi, my name is Dr. Sharice, and I'm a psychologist, and I merge psychology and spirituality to help Black men and women heal from trauma and toxic relationships. If that sounds good to you, please subscribe to my channel for more of my content. A lot of times with depression or feeling stuck or feeling low, one of the biggest contributing factors is feeling a sense of the clock ticking, as if time is running out on you, but it's really not. First of all, time is made up. Time is not real. Every year they push back the clock forward or backward. The idea of the 40-hour work week is made up. Time is made up. But society has told us, these are certain things that needs to be done in this amount of time. If you get a bachelor's, it's supposed to take this amount of time. If you want to be in a relationship, here's the amount of time you're supposed to date before you get married, right? There's all these rules on what amount of time things are supposed to take. And so the idea that the clock is ticking and time is running out, it's really a fallacy. So one of the first things I want you to do is to get out of your head that there's a time frame that needs to be met for you to be happy. That's one of the beautiful things about being human. We're all so different and unique. And so we get to live our lives the way we choose. One of the affirmations that really addresses this idea that you're running out of time or you're doing things late is, I am in control of my own destiny. Affirmations really work well to reprogram the mind. And a lot about what's here on my channel is about unlearning certain things and learning new strategies to help you move forward. You can write them down 3, 5, or 7 times until you really believe what it is that you're saying. Another factor that might be contributing to you feeling stuck or in a rut is your surroundings. And so that could be family, friends, workplace. Like there's so many things that may be impacting how you feel. One of my favorite teachers is Eckhart Tolle, and he talks about if you have the power to change something, then go ahead and change it. If you don't have the power to change it, you can accept it, which means you can stop resisting that this thing is happening. He also says all suffering is wanting what is to be what it is not. So I want you to take stock of your surroundings, because you may not be knowing exactly what is triggering you or making you feel like, ugh, I'm just like not feeling it here right now. Like this is it. Like this is my life. It may be that you need to change some of your surroundings. It may be that you need to quit the job or add a side hustle or do something that's really more fulfilling for you. It may be that friend who you keep having those conversations with, or every time you're around them and then after you get home, you start feeling negative. Or it could be your family that you live with and who are stuck in their own ways, or really a lot of drama or chaos that is surrounding you. I want you to take stock. I want you to pay attention to your surroundings, all the circles that you are in, and decide, do I need to make a change here? Do I have the power to make a change here? Do I need to forgive myself or somebody else? Or do I need to accept the situation that I'm in until I have the power to create something different for myself? A powerful affirmation for when your surroundings are not what you want them to be, but you have a desire for something different is, my thoughts create my reality. My thoughts create my reality. Which means even if you are in a surrounding that is not fulfilling you 100%, the things that you think about constantly and repetitively are what's going to shape the future for you. Related to this is the idea of not feeling stable or grounded, right? Grounded is a word I'm hearing a lot of on social media in terms of going outside and being one with nature, touching the grass, right? Bare feet touching the grass, your hands touching, you feeling the earth and being surrounded by nature. That is great, right? I'm definitely a tree hugger. That's great. But I also want you to think about other ways that you may not feel grounded. Do you feel financially secure? Do you feel like you have high self-esteem? Do you feel like you're in control of your emotions and you're able to manage it well? If you're not feeling those things, then it's time to make changes, right? I always tell my clients, awareness is the hardest step. If you are in front of me and we're having a conversation about something really difficult and you're like struggling with like, where am I right now? And what is it that I want to do? And why is it so hard? Why is life so hard? Right? I say awareness is the hardest step. Once you get some awareness, you have the power to make changes. You don't have to stay in the same cycle that you've always been in. If you are broke, right? Lots of people in America are just on the lower end because the people in power want to keep their power. But you don't have to stay broke. There's so many books written about how to build wealth. You can do that for yourself too. It's all about doing things in a certain way. And this extends to your coping skills. Most people have a very negative inner critic. We all have the voice inside our head. Some of us, right, had a buffer from childhood. We had like great, amazing parents who were emotionally well and gave us lots of great, advice and positives about ourselves. Some of us, most of us, I would say, got a mix. And some of us got really abusive, negative, traumatizing parents or caregivers in childhood, which means there's a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of mindset, the way you talk to yourself, and the way you show love to yourself. If this is an area that you feel like you need to grow in, an affirmation that would work well is I am grounded in love and peace. Of course, in addition to affirmations, there's actual work that you have to do. And lots of people talk about the shadow work, the self love work. You can find lots of videos on my channel about how to be kinder to yourself. One of those things is to actually show yourself love so that you can like and love yourself. Love is an action word, so you have to actually do things for yourself that make you feel good. Sometimes showing yourself love means telling other people no, and other times it means leaving your house to socialize with others. My second to last factor that is likely impacting the way you feel and leading you to feel low or stuck is you're a perfectionist. I'm talking to you. Who likes to be in control, needs to be in control of everything. There's a meme I saw recently about how you look trying to control everything or things that are out of your control. And it was of a guy mopping the ocean. That's how ridiculous it is to try to control everything. The only person you can control is yourself. If you realize that you are being perfectionistic, you're wanting things to be a certain way, you're getting upset when things don't go your way, you have a script, right? A story in your mind that you're telling yourself about how things are supposed to go from beginning to end, whether you're hanging out with friends or you're at work or you're on a date, you're in your mind, things are supposed to go a certain way. And if they don't, it leads you to feeling like scared, insecure. Then you have to learn to let go. You make a conscious decision to not control everything, to not know 100% of the factors because you can't control them anyway. It's perfectly fine to gather details about a situation or another person, but not to the point where you feel like you have to be in control. Being a perfectionist is one of those signs that your inner critic is rough, mean, even, and that you need to be kinder to yourself. Kinder. So, a perfect affirmation for this is I am worthy of ease and grace. Things don't have to be hard, and you don't have to expect negative things that are out of your control. You can go in with the mindset that everything is working out for you. Another affirmation everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. Even if I don't have all the details, even if I'm not in control, life works perfectly for me. The last factor on my list is you're not pursuing your dreams. You know what your dreams are. I think everyone is born with a purpose here. Sometimes it's just to bring joy, right? Your existence brings joy, and bringing people joy satisfies you, right? Other times there's ways to help, right? I'm a helper, healer. I became a psychologist because that is my purpose. I am so in line, so happy, so free, so thankful that I am able to, right, feel the spiritual guidance and be able to help guide other people to healing and to loving themselves more fully. You know what your dreams are. Nobody has to tell you. And if you don't know what your dreams are, which I think is really weird to not know what your dreams are, I think some people just don't give themselves permission to dream the dream because they're so afraid of it. But if you don't know what your dreams are, the thing that brings you the most joy is the direction you should be going in. Just look for the thing that feels the most fun, the thing that feels the most exciting. Do that. If you're not doing that, you know what it is. You know what it is. If you're not doing that, you are not going to be happy. You're going to sink into deep depressions whenever someone else has your dream, whenever you're reminded that you're not doing what you said you were going to do. It's a very sad place to be because dreams don't die, they fester. Word to Brene Brown. They fester, they eat us from the inside, and nothing quite tastes the same or is as satisfying when we're not doing what we want to do, what we know we should be doing, what we feel in our hearts we were put on this earth to do. So I'm challenging you to do that thing. And going back to the beginning, there's no time frame on achieving your dream, right? My story of how I became a psychologist is my story. I know people in their 40s and 50s who become a psychologist for the first time. Beautiful. No matter where you are in the time frame of life, As long as you are pursuing your dreams, you're living in fun, you're having a good time, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. One of my favorite affirmations is my life is divinely ordered because I know what's for me is for me and cannot be removed or taken from me. Everything is working out in your life in the way that it's supposed to. Your dream that you're afraid of trying or that you try and fail, I always recommend to go look at the greats. Follow the stories of the greats. They've fallen down. Some of them have lost everything, rock bottom, to rebuild again. It's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get up. If you want it, I fully believe you can achieve it because I don't think God, source, whatever you want to call it, gives us an idea that we are not able to achieve. I think whatever you want, you can have it. Whatever you want, you can have it. I often say that life is but a dream because the things that I think of, my desires, whatever is on my heart, I can make happen. Like I can, as Abraham Hicks would say, pull it out of the vortex. I create this world that I live in. I have decided I want joy and peace. And so those are the things that I have. Let me know what other factors you think would be contributing to somebody feeling stuck or depressed or really low. Please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, leave a like because this really helps with the algorithm. And I want to share as much peace and love and joy with as many people as possible. And thank you for watching.